Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology only. So today I'd like to share with you the truth of internal development or cultivations in Chinese history. And of course, this included that the Chinese Buddhist meditations, the Taoist meditations, the Qigong, the Neigong, and then the martial arts. I like to share with you this is because it is year 2020. You see, the world is changing today. You see COVID-19, you see all kinds of stuff. So there are many things we need to straighten out so that we can help people and we can help ourselves. Now, the reason I like to share with you this today is because I often get questions from our traditional Chinese martial art friends, from Wing Chun friends. How come in the Wing Chun inceptions, if one just follow the process of nurture qi, one will be able to get result? And how is that I be able to model the H model in the Wing Chun inceptions? So I like to tell you the truth today. The truth might shock many people in the West, but it is a time we need to wake up. It is like a few days ago, I post the central Chinese television say that it is a time to wake up. It's a time to clean house. Otherwise, we are just distorted what the Chinese culture is, what the Chinese martial art, Chinese Qigong, Chinese meditations, Buddhist meditations. We just screw everything up. So, why do I be able to do this? Why am I be able to do this? Well, I am not the genius. I am not the grandmaster. I can do that is because I have many teachers who is very strict at me and lead me, coach me to read a lot of classical ancient Chinese documents. So today I like to share with you 1,500 years ago, there's a Chinese Buddhist monk. His name is the Sramana Zhiyi, and he have lecture on his study and practice of Buddhism. And one of the lecture or the teaching is a really critical, important classic in the Chinese history, Chinese Buddhist history, and the Chinese Taoism history. And that document today has already translated into English. It is this. You can get it in Amazon. And this is the 6 Dharma Gates to Sublime. Okay? So, this monk, Grandmaster Zhiyi, he is a person who is who have studied the Buddha Dharma and attained the Buddha Dharma. Thus, he be able to describe things in details. So the bottom line for the monk is to help people to be enlightened, right? So this 6 Dharma gates, in a really beginner's way looking at it, it is a process step, 6 process steps to get to enlightenment. And of course, for the advanced, they can play with the 6 process steps. But for us who is just a beginner, there is the 6 process step. If we follow the 6 process step, we will get into where the Buddha is. And those who is advanced can play with these process steps. Okay? But my point here is, we know that this process step exists, we know the details, we know the sequence. The first 3 gates or milestone or process step, the first 3, is what today's many people talk about. Samatha and Vipassana in Buddhism. So the first 3 process steps, or the first 3 gates of this lecture or document, is the truth of samatha. If one really practice and achieve samatha, the details in this document will tell you how is step by step, level by level, the achievement or accomplishment get done, and the details. So there is no oops, there's no claim. You need to go through that, you need to know that in order to get there. The gate 4 to 6 is Vipassana. Okay? So the 6th door, or 6 milestone, or 6 gate, or 6 steps is actually presenting in a sequential way, step by step, how to master samatha and vipassana. So the first 3 steps is named as samatha or settle or stillness. The step 4 to 6, it is the contemplations or wisdom. Okay? So that's what it is. Now, in past 1,500 years, this is 1,500 years. It doesn't matter it's Buddhist, it's Taoist, it's Chinese Qigong. It is within this 6 steps process platform. Usually Qigong and there's Nei Gong and martial arts, be it from Shaolin, from Wudang, or whatever, it is within the first 3 steps. And if one get really advanced, get to the 4th step, guess what is it? That is the Shaolin bone marrow washing. So if one want to get into the bone marrow washing, one need to get to the 4th level of this 6th gate. Okay? It is not like, I am the grandmaster, you come learn from me, I teach you bone marrow washing. It's not that. It is be able to handle a lot of details and accomplish a lot of things and get as deep into the 4th level. Only then one have a possibility to be able to do the bone marrow washing. So you say, well, you know, bone marrow washing, is that scientific? Yes. Those who practice bone marrow washing, if they are really accomplish it, after they die, if you, after say, usually people die in China, 2-3 years, you maintain their tomb and so forth, you look at the bone. Those who have the bone marrow washing type of accomplishment, their bone will be white. Like us usual people, if we are sick or so forth, our bone turn to yellowish or different colors, not white. Okay? So there is scientific base there. They can be able to change us physical. Okay? And so that's how it is. Now, in this book, the process in this book, the natural resonance breathing in this book, you know what is it? Those are the second level or second state in this book. It is a beginning of the second level. Okay? That's why we know we be able to scientifically measure it and get repeatable result. We can look at the heart rate, get the result. We can look at the brainwave or breathing, the breathing or brainwave to see the difference. So you don't need a rocket scientist. You just follow what people in the ancient have working out and honestly follow it. How difficult is that? So that's why people who meditate for years and years, which cannot handle it properly, you can get it here really fast. I'm not the genius. I'm just saying, presenting the basic of what is in this book, in all this Buddhist monks' presentations or teaching. Okay? Now, for past 1,500 years, let's not BS ourselves. The entire China history stuff, it is using this platform. Okay? Most so-called grandmaster in Chinese martial art and so forth, as I mentioned just now, bone marrow is the level 4. That's how far it is. So that's the reality. It is scientific, it is technology stuff. That's why we be able to verify it. Now it comes back to past 120 years. The Chinese, as I mentioned in the last chapter here, the Chinese, because they want to keep up with this world today, changing their language. Whatever the ancient, because the language changed, they don't study it anymore. They don't know about it. And then you have Westerner. Okay, now I want to make it clear. Not all Westerners are bad, as we know, and not all Chinese are good. Okay? There's some Westerners read history. They brought opium to China. They want to completely screw the Chinese culture because they want to colonize it. And then on the other hand, you can see that there are priests from the West who is really, really good. They go to China, they help people. And thus, we have to admit it. Not everybody is, not every you cannot stereotype, say this race is good, this country, the people from this country is good. No, we cannot say that. We just know that there are people who is good and these people is bad. There are good people from the same country, there are bad people from the same country. Okay? Now, with the chaotic situations in the past 20 years, and by the way, the Taiping revolutions screw the Chinese up. The Cultural Revolution in 1965 screwed the Chinese culture up too. So it's not only Westerner, the bad Westerner, evil best Westerner doing that. Okay, and always remember, there are priests helping people in China in the war read about the history. Okay. So with all this messed up, past 120 years, you got this promoting about this internal art, 内家, 外家. I call that BS. Look at today. All this 内家, 外家 and all this thing, can they tell you how they get into the bone marrow washing? Everybody talk about this 丹田, 心气 to 丹田. Look at the guy who get KO within 30 seconds. Or the guy who fights Xi Xiaodong. He have 心气 to 丹田. He show in the TV show. Why don't people bring this up? Why? Well, because everybody want to get creative, want to have his opinion. Because everybody want to be what? Grandmaster. And everybody say, my master is the best master. My lineage is the best lineage. My style is the best style. Past 120 years is like that. It get to the West today, get to the America and the Europe today. You have tons of people like that. Majority of people like that. Even the Buddha's meditation today, everybody talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness of what? Oh, you get a phone application, mindfulness, listen to the music. Please read this thing first. Make sure you know what is the reality of Buddhist practice. So today it is up for everybody's creativity. Because everything has to have a commercial value, right? If I'm a grandmaster, you come to study with me, I can charge you 10,000 euro or 10,000 US dollar. Because I'm Hendrik, right? The grandmaster, the supreme grandmaster, right? Just go buy a book like this. I think this is not more than $20 in Amazon. Read what the real master wrote about it. And don't screw yourself. Okay? That is the thing we need to really reveal it today. There's no time for us to monkey around things already. Okay? Because today, like we talk about the 6 core element, like in here you have the 6 core element. We have no idea what it is. We have no idea what is the natural resonance, is the second level of this. We have no idea of Qi. We just keeping talking. Everybody is a grandmaster. Grandmaster of what? And then you look at this, you say, can you do that? Inside there, it tells you, this level, this is the practice. This is the attainment. When you attain it, you have to verify it this way. And for me, with this thing, it's like, okay, you want to verify it and say, oh, I say that I verify it. How about I get a Polar or a Garmin? I verify that using this objectively, scientifically. Instead of say, Hendrik know how to do this. Verify with us, be able to create things like each model so that everybody be able to do it. That's education, right? Otherwise, we're screwing each other. What's the point? And also, in today, there's a bad habit here. In the West, you see all kinds of Buddhist monks. And some even say that they are retired Buddhist monks so that they can make this meditation, that meditations. You know, none of these Buddhist monks today in this world equivalent to Grandmaster or Samana Zhiyi, not at his level. No Buddhist monk today in this level, in the West. Everybody have their opinion. Everybody is guru. But they don't know this. You read about the details here, see where they are. So again, it is about this modern world. It has to have commercial value. It is no longer education. It's no longer Bodhidharma. Really, the entire Buddha's teaching, the Buddha Dharma, the real deal. It doesn't matter if it's Zen, Theravada, Mahayana, the esoteric. It doesn't matter if it's Tibetan. It doesn't matter if it's Japanese, it's a Chinese. The technology is here in this book. Unless one knows these details, one really don't know. One can quote sutta of the Buddhism and then using his commentary to comment on it. But you look around, how many people know there are 6 levels of that? And how many know that where we are? So long time ago, if my memory serves, the communists in China, when they start to want to liberate the Chinese, they say that the religions is like opium. And that's what exactly it is. Okay? But the real Bodhidharma is not like that. The real Taoist is not like that. It's not like, oh, it's yin and yang, and then qi. Lao Tzu said this. It's called BS, okay? If you couldn't even get to the natural resonance, get in breathing, get into the second state, you don't have anything. It's just talking Zen, as the Grandmaster said, talking Zen. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. Shape up. The ancient is not cheating. There is a lot of things which is good for us human. Helping the way how we think and helping our body, how to live. And so you ask me about, oh yeah, Wing Chun, how can you get all this thing? Well, because I'm reading a lot of this thing. Okay? And am I some kind of grandmaster? No. I just tell you what it is. I'm just relaying. Maybe you guys in the West have no idea what happened in the reality. Well, I just share with you what is the reality. Okay? This probably was difficult to read. I make it in a simple form, introductory, so that we all in the West know. Don't everybody deserve to know? Hey, Bodhidharma is for every living being. It's not just for the Chinese or for the Taoists or for whoever. Everybody need to be benefit. Okay? So this is what the truth is. It's time to clean things up. Same traditional Chinese martial arts, same Qigong, same meditation, same Wing Chun. If you don't clean it up, we know it's not going to go anywhere. Why? Because when you're violating what is the teaching here for past 1,500 years, where people have tested it out, you know it is hopeless. So all those get KO with what? within 30 seconds, the internal others and that. You just go try out the, what they call it, the battle ropes. If your body cannot handle properly, you cannot do battle ropes. If you want to have a momentum, okay? That's simple. So without knowing this, without have the training like the battle ropes, are we waiting for what, magic? So do we want to screw our kids? And do we want to betray the ancient wise people or the ancient ancestor, if you are the Chinese or you are the practitioner of Wing Chun or traditional Chinese martial arts? Do we want to do that? By doing whatever hell we want to do, okay? So with the name of, oh, I am a Wing Chuner, are you really a Wing Chuner, or you screw the Wing Chun up? Because of you. Because of your selfish. Because of you try to cover up things. Or you really love the Chinese culture, the ancestor, and present the facts. And then everybody benefit. That everybody have to ask oneself.